So the windows on my house are double hung 1/1. And the 1/1 means there's one pane of glass per sash. Now that was the style. This house was built in 1914 and that was about the style. And on the front of the house and the sides you can see, you know, they're all 1/1. But then when you get to the back of the house, they're not that. They're 2/2. So here we are in the front of the house. And just like we all want to put our best foot forward, in old houses, they always put the most expensive stuff up front that looks nice and new to impress your neighbors. So when this house was built, the most expensive stuff you could get was 1/1 windows. But then when we come over here to the side of the house, there's still 1/1s where people can see them from the street, but they're not quite as big. And as you walk towards the back of the house, you're going to see how the windows change even more. So here we are in the very back of the house. And now these windows are very different. Instead of one pane of glass over one pane of glass, we have 2/2. So the front of the house, 1/1. And even as you look down the side of the house, it's 1/1. It's 1/1. So anybody who rides by is going to think, hey, they got big, nice windows. You get to the back of the house, this one's 2/2. It's all wonky, we got to fix it. Okay, so why? Why do they do that? Okay, when glass was developed, it was really, really expensive. So super old houses, like 1700s, they had windows that were like really, really tiny panes of glass. That's all they could make, that's all you could get. So you would see windows that were like 12/12. A lot of the little ones, you see me go in like really, really old neighborhoods, you'll see those. Then as technology got better, they could make bigger pieces of glass. So you would get like 9/9 or 6/6 or 4/4. By the time you got to the mid 1800s, they could make bigger pieces of glass, 2/2. So then turn of the century, you could get even bigger ones, 1/1. You could get giant sheets of like plate glass. But just like with iPhones, the newest stuff is the most expensive. So, I mean, you could put a lot of money in your house and put 1/1s all over, but why? Nobody's gonna see it. So, front of the house, expensive, new, fashionable 1/1s. Back of the house, 2/2s. Who cares?